We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees.
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers? But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster? Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person, back when I was young. He saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that, it has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. if you have any too.
All right, children. There is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work? What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift the lid and look inside?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it, if you can find it.
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she... Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help the old lady clean up.
Don't waste my time.
Come on, we can do it!
It's not.
teapot and the cleansing bell? Do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? I'm more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Imperium Crust? Why would she stay in the city?
Don't waste my time. It's not. Your life is mine. Let's dance. Nice and spicy. Your life is mine. Don't waste my time. I'm the frying pan. Give up. Nice and let's dance! How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children. Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. An adeptus. Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child. Surely you already understand.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Hey, it belongs to Granny. We're supposed to return what we borrow.
Oh, let you keep it. You really are a frank child. If you want it, you can keep it. But this bell gets homesick sometimes. Who knows? It might find its way back into these old... Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparation?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Lord of Geo protect you, and fortune find you.
You're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else. But there is more to it than that. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame, as does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me.
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
No way. I was just passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
need another handsome sum today? Listen.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Eh? That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
A most fair price.
Five geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Try something new at the Wanming restaurant.
Wow. Error.
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
That's too little. Hardly a fair price. This is too little. I'd consider it if it was a bit higher. This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip.
Done.
Oh, come on. That's too little. Oh, come on. You're mad. And to think I was so willing to bargain, too. 20,000 Mora, and not one Mora less. If not, the deal's off.
Hey, don't get mad. Guess we have no choice but to pay in full.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Childe wasn't happy with us just now.
Race you! Go, Barbara, go!
The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
So many medicines, but no cure for heartache.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter. Ah, Paimon thinks you might be right. Look at the talisman on her forehead.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
I'm afraid that she's probably right. It's to do with her order. Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhongli really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the Cocoa Goat.
The Cocoa Goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything else? Or...
No, just that the Cocoa Goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a Cocoa Goat?
Cocoa Goat, go find it.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand. That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong Ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong Ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace.
Huh? Is Fischl waiting for us?
The time has finally come. Though it brings Mein Fräulein no joy to do so, there is something she must announce to the assembled populace.
My loyal servants, one must bid you adieu till such time as I beckon you once more. Though we have faced many trials and tribulations together, you have all shown commendable courage in the course of duty. I feel a breeze now blows upon this place, and I feel that it blows in your honor.
What? You're just gonna bail on us?
With the arrival of this giant meteorite, many more people have succumbed to the slumber. Strong as the soldiers may be, they are struggling to cope, and there is demand for volunteers everywhere we turn. Mein Fräulein and I shall tend to the victims on the soldiers' behalf. The rest of this investigation we place in your capable hands.
Goodbye. You are a good listener. I enjoy chatting with you. To be honest, most of the other adventurers in the guild only ever talk to me when they want to hear Oz's reconnaissance reports. This little journey we had, it was a great adventure. I'm just sorry that it has to end so abruptly.
Huh? You're talking a little weirder than you normally do.
Oh, yikes! What am I doing? I totally broke form!
What Mein Fräulein means to say is that the mystical mysteries that vex and perplex are bound to be effortlessly extinguished by the advent of your commendable courage and wondrous wisdom.
And now Oz's translation is the one that sounds all kooky.
Mein Fräulein simply wishes to say that she has every confidence that you will arrive at the truth of this matter.
Most indeed. My dear attendants, I hereby charge the Ritter der Verurteilung with leading you out from the darkness, back into the realm of light.
Who are you calling your attendant?
We will meet again. Once this matter is concluded, I propose that we all get a drink together.
Well, now we're 2 people short. But let's not get hung up about that. The good news is I found something else out. I shaved some dust off the meteorite and used it to do another reading. It was actually really effective. These rocks have been around for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. Leonard must have lived a very long time ago. The meteorites carry his will and can pass it on to others. In other words, centuries on from Leonard's life, and the strength of his will is not diminished one bit. A guy from the distant past with a burning ambition to scale the highest mountain. I'd be willing to bet that he was an adventurer. Just like you.
An adventurer? That does explain his obsession with mountain climbing.
Our approach so far has been too passive, and time has been against us every step of the way. We need to change our strategy, and we need to attack this problem at its source.
Paimon agrees. From now on, we need to put Leonard at the center of everything we do.
Yes, because if the meteorites carry Leonard's will with them, then it's precisely as Fischl said. The rocks are, in a sense, a curse. I'm a little incredulous, but it turns out her blind guess was actually spot on. Anyway, all we need to do now is remove the curse.
Okie dokie. Since we've got a historical adventurer on our hands, Paimon thinks we should pay a visit to the Adventurers Guild.
Our records show that there have been many adventurers by that name over the years. It is impossible to know which one you refer to. However, I do recall that there is a book in the library authored by someone called Leonard. Perhaps you should take a look?
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Author Leonard. Where are you, Leonard? Aha! Gotcha! The index says that Leonard's book should be in the northwest corner on the top floor of the library. Northwest corner. Should be right over there. of Mountains and Seas, a guide for adventurers written by Leonard. But the words have faded, and there are even pages missing. Paimon's got no hope of reading this. Darn. Maybe we're just wasting our time on this one. Oh, right! Yeah, Mona! She might have a better idea. Look what we found! Leonard wrote a book!
Ooh, let me see. I could have predicted as much. Your average astrologist would definitely give up at this point. But I am Mona, progenitor of the future of astrology. Nothing can stand in my way. I simply need to deduce the missing portions with my astrolabe, write them in, and then decipher the text. Finished at last.
So what does it say?
Just as I thought. Leonard was an adventurer who lived 2,000 years ago. His lifelong dream was to reach the summit of a mountain called Pylos Peak.
$2,000 years? So the constellation that caused them...
Somehow, for some reason, this constellation was summoned down from the sky. I suspect that the Fatui have something to do with that part.
Paimon thinks so too. Whenever something shady happens, you can bet the Fatui are involved.
The meteorites harbor elemental energy, which radiates out and lulls people to sleep by some means akin to hypnosis. And if I'm guessing correctly, there should be some sort of core meteorite among the bunch, within which is a crystal that harbors Leonard's spirit. Well, if I were Leonard, I would want to make sure the core lands right on the snowy summit that I never made it to while I was alive.
So the core should be at the top of Pylos Peak? Where is that? Paimon's never heard of it before.
It's the first I'd heard of it too. So I compared the map from the book against the current topography of Mondstadt. Apparently, Pylos Peak no longer exists.
Are you trying to say that the tallest mountain Paimon's never heard of just disappeared?
I once read somewhere that the Animo Archon, Barbados, once used his divine power to mobilize the winds and blow the ice and snow from the face of the earth. The whole landscape of Mondstadt was changed in the process. The mountains of that age were replaced by the vast stretch of ocean we see today. Still, a mountain that high, drop it into the ocean and it'll still leave a trace. The summit still reaches just above the water's surface, so the place known as Pylos Peak in Leonard's day is today known as Musk Reef. Oh, so this is Pylos Peak. Not much to show for itself now, eh?
Looks like someone beat us here. Is this like a popular tourist spot, or... Ah, it's you!
Huh? You again.
Look at the state he's in. Was he in that dream just now?
He managed to extricate himself from the dream on his own strength? How is that possible?
Just because you are powerless to do something does not mean that I am. You're too late anyway. I finished my research.
We knew it! This was all a dirty trick by the Fatui!
Save it! No more fun and games for me today. I'll come for you when I'm good and ready.
You entered the dream they've all been having, didn't you? How much do you know about Leonard?
Leonard? Who's Leonard? Whatever. I have bigger fish to fry. I've discovered something far more important. And far more terrifying.
What?
The stars. The sky. It's all a gigantic hoax. A lie.
The stars are a lie. What are you talking about?
Is this some kind of astrological debate between you and Mona? Because if so, surely you can come up with a better argument than the stars are a lie. Seriously, who's gonna fall for that one when you can just lift your head up at night and see them up there twinkling away?
Oh, you are so naive it kills me. Still, can't really blame you. After all, I used to believe the same thing myself. Up until a few moments ago, that is.
A few moments ago? You mean...
Look, I really don't have the time to do this right now. What was the Jester thinking? He must have had some inkling of what we might discover on this mission. Would it really have been so difficult to give me a little forewarning? Or maybe he just wanted to give me a fright. Time for me to go out and find the truth. So long, suckers.
Oh, can you believe that guy? He calls us suckers and then he just trots off. No one disrespects me. No one. Ugh. Time to show them what you get when you cross world-class genius with pure, unadulterated rage.
It's not.
Told you. That's what happens when you disrespect me. You bet I am. Paimon, you agree too, right? Did I show those Fatui who's boss or what?
Sure did. Without you here, those guys would have caused us a whole lot more trouble.
See? How do you like that, Harbinger? Scumbag. He seemed genuinely shaken, though. I don't think he was lying. I was always taught to talk about the false sky during astrological readings. Could there be more to such phrases than I have been led to believe? I digress. Come on, let's finish the job we came to do.
Whoa! This must be the core! It looks totally different from all the other meteorites. It's way more shiny.
This stone harbors an unbelievable amount of elemental energy and human desire. It's the core, all right? Yes. Otherwise, the victims will never wake up. This core is the root cause of everything that has happened.
Do it!
With ropes, we can scale mountains. With boats, we can sail the seas. By age 40, I had conquered every last domain. Pylos Peak alone defeated me. As an adventurer, and well, maybe in other ways too. Now, I am approaching the end of my life. Many times I have sat and stared up at that peak as the boundless snow slowly engulfed me. It is a beast without weakness, the merciless face of the world. It fills me with fear. And when an adventurer loses courage, they can no longer climb mountains. My mountaineering days may be over, but I have a greater ambition now. Humans create tools to conquer nature, and when nature conquers them in return, they create better tools. Where our legs cannot take us, maybe our tools can. And when tools fail us, perhaps wings can carry us instead. My dear friend, I leave you my designs for the wings of incompletion. Against the unknown, humanity stands as one. To be alive is to seek, to set foot in every place that the eye can see. I have little time remaining, though the wind has not yet come for my soul. But between us and your children, students, and friends, I believe that someone will reach that place at last.
Wow. Well, that was unexpected. Who would have thought that human will can survive in the skies for millennia on end? Astrology really is an incredible thing.
What makes you say that?
The ability to communicate with the stars can give you access to all the secrets from throughout human history. Though, of course, very few astrologists ever reach that level. What's with the formal tone all of a sudden? And speaking of formal tone, what is the deal with that girl, Fischl? She's a curious one.
Paimon thinks so too. She's so... how to put this? Yeah. Although, if you think about it, seems she was right all along. Is she one of these people who uses the wrong method but still gets the right answer?
You may well be right.
Even so, Paimon thinks that the most surprising thing of all was how Pylos Peak turned into a teeny tiny little island.
A mountain of yesteryear now sits as an island in the sea. Almost anyone from Mondstadt could reach it now, just by jumping in a boat.
In other words, everyone can climb Pylos Peak now. Do you think Leonard would be happy about it? The situation with Pylos Peak might be a bit of a shock. But now, with the help of the Animal Archon, the people of Mondstadt are able to glide. With wings, people can travel further and higher than ever before and explore new and unknown places. The victims should finally start waking up now that we've dealt with the core. And we have finally finished our commission from the Adventurers Guild.
extra abyssal.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Give up.
Come on, we can do it!
Don't waste my time.
Get them!
Submit.
Out of the frying
Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time.
Out of the frying pan. Race you! Race you!
Back off!
Nice and spicy. Over here. Oh, now you've got me worked up. Take this. You really know how to get me going. The citizens shine no longer. Go, Barbara, go! Let's dance!
Ad Astra Ab...
Give. Nice and spicy. Back off. Don't waste my time. Back at ya! Power that ended Python!